Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Movie Bucket here on Screen Stealers. Hope you got your popcorn, your soft drink, and maybe even a soft pretzel. It's time to talk about another movie. I'm Brooke, and me and my fellow panelists have something in common. We all want to kill John Tucker.
Oh, it's on site. And hello, I am River, and she's still in the truck. Slut in truck.
Quick little out of context moment. We don't tell each other which quotes we're gonna pull when we come in for this. We kind of just all come in with our quote. All three of us rolled up today with "slut and truck" as our quote.
Yeah, we all broken that.
The first time we've all ever had the same.
Thank you. It's your birthday gift
quote.
to me. Thank you. It's a birthday gift to me that I get to keep it because it's my month.
Yes, of
My
course.
last week, so let me enjoy it.
Slut in truck.
In truck.
And hola, I am Eduardo, and I want to bring down you know who.
John Tucker.
Yes, John Tucker. Fuck that man.
So
I love
if you
that one of
haven't
the things that I read the most on Letterboxd is like, this was clickbait, like he didn't die. Like
Yeah.
I'm upset he didn't die.
I'm upset he is still alive at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
It is quick. It is a little bit clickbaity. Huh? It's ticket bait. People want to go see this guy die.
Right.
Yeah, there you go.
So for the final episode of this year's River Birthday Takeover, if you hadn't gathered from our stuff, we are talking about John Tucker Must Die from 2006, including but not limited to Jesse Metcalfe, Brittany Snow, Ashanti, Sophia Bush, Arielle, Kebbel, Penn, Badgley, Jenny McCarthy, and others, among others.
Yes.
So I just want to get this little quick thing out of the way.
Yeah, this is another-
I despise Jenny McCarthy.
I second
So
that.
I just want that established. Out of so many people that still actively have a career, the fact that Jenny McCarthy still has a career pisses me off to no end. So there will be a time in this episode, I'm not going to start with it, but there will be a Jenny McCarthy rant in this episode.
Yeah.
Okay. Trigger
River,
warning
why
for
did you
any
pick-
fans.
River, why did you pick this
For
movie?
whatever reason. So I picked this movie because, well, if you know something about me, you know that I low-key hate men. Not every man.
No,
but
really.
But in
That
general,
is
right?
fine.
I just want to, I don't know, some people just don't. It's the internet. I don't want to be too crazy. But this is a movie that I just grew up, I grew up watching this movie. I watched it so many times. I've loved it since I was a teenager. It's just, it's part of my list of comfort movies. It's one of the movies that I actually got to watch with my mom as an adult, and she even liked it. So I also have that great experience with that. And it's just fun and stupid, and also kind of has good commentary on double standards and misogyny and all of that, and talks many other things that are more serious topics, but the movie is so unserious. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I mentioned it last week, it's supporting women's wrongs because these are teenagers. Who cares? You know what I mean? Just whatever. Yeah, it's just a really fun movie, and I knew that you hadn't watched it, Eduardo, and I kind of, I wanted to know your opinion as well. I wanted you to watch it as well. And also I love Sophia Bush. Love it. Love
Don't
her.
we all? Don't we all
That's mother.
love?
That is mother
Yeah.
to me. Love it.
Everybody get
Yeah,
your list out. Everybody pull the list out. Open it up. Grab your pens. Ask Sophia Bush in more things.
Yeah.
Please and thank you.
Yeah,
We can
I
also,
watched this movie with my sister, and even she was like, "Oh my God, Sophia Bush is here."
Maybe this is your cue to go watch One Tree Hill. I'm just saying.
There are a lot of reasons to go watch One Tree Hill. This is a Brooke Davis household. Okay, if you are not
Period.
a member of Team Brooke Davis, get out.
We ride at dawn for Brooke.
We ride at dawn for Brooke and for Brooke. So
Yes.
I don't know how much you said there in terms of who's watched it because my internet cut out for about 20 seconds during that. But this is a first watch for Eduardo and a rewatch for myself, and of course River, as River mentioned in that opening spiel. I have not watched this in a long, long time. I have watched this since I was in high school. And like early high school. We're talking like 2014, 2015. Not for any particular reason. I think I've seen it like once or twice. I like it fine. It's just one of those movies I just haven't picked back up in many years. So here we are. But no, I do really like a lot of the people on this cast. We also love Brittany Snow here.
Yes, we are big fans of Brittany Snow. Here. Brittany Snow fans.
We are a large group of Brittany Snow fans. I also really like Ashanti, and I forgot she was in this movie, mainly because, again, I haven't watched it in many years. You know, there are other things that Ashanti has been in that are not nearly to this quality. Shout out to you,
Muppets Wizard of Oz.
I didn't know, Eduardo, if you knew that one. I figured you might. If anyone here. It's so bad. River, it's so bad.
I don't know. Well,
spoiler, the chicken was fucking crazy. Anyways.
The CGI lady. That's the one for me.
Well, they're one the same.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Not to mention the Quentin Tarantino cameo. Beside the point.
Not that.
This is just a really good cast of people, and it's a movie that I liked fine coming in, and I hadn't seen it in long enough to really have an opinion on it. So there you go. That's where I was at coming in.
For me, I had heard of this movie quite a bit. You know, it's one of those movies that like make the rounds when you're talking about like high school movies or like teen movies. So when I was in high school or like in beginning college, I heard a lot about this movie, and I heard that it was a really fun movie or a really funny movie, but I just never like got around to watching it. I don't know why. Like it just didn't like ping in my radar. Also because like I think at that moment I didn't know that this cast was so stacked, so I didn't know the potential that it had. And you know, I had heard that it was a funny movie, that like it had a lot of like early 2000s humor, so I knew what I was like getting myself into when I watched this movie. And it was exactly what I expected. I'm not gonna lie. It's exactly what it's mostly what's in the box, you know. It's just early 2000s, you know, very crude humor, very stupid humor, very camp kind of. The only thing that this movie doesn't have is John Tucker dying. That's the only thing that the box promises that it's not actually there. So that's the only thing. But other than that, this is still a really, really like fun, stupid movie. I will say that.
Yeah, for some reason, and I cannot remember why, I feel like I vividly remember a trailer of this movie have like somebody driving a semi-truck trying to run him over, and I could be completely wrong and mixing up movies because this did come out when I was literally 6 years old, but like I feel like I remember seeing a trailer of this movie when I was in first grade with someone driving a semi-truck trying to run him over. I could be completely wrong and be mixing up a ton of stupid movies here, but I feel like I remember that.
Isn't it the scene where they're inside the truck and like he's coming, like the light is on and he's like coming towards the truck? Isn't it that scene?
It could have been Slut and Truck. I'm not entirely
right. Maybe it was Slut and Truck.
It was.
Also, can we just talk about? Can we like? I don't care that we're not gonna go in order, but since we're here, the kiss. The kiss.
Which one?
I got so excited.
The only one that really matters. The one.
The lesbian kiss. Come on.
The lesbian.
The lesbian. Okay. Also,
Girl.
can we note here that in this like universe's canon, Brittany Snow's first kiss is with Sophia Bush.
Yeah.
Some bitches have all the luck, and in this universe, it's both Brittany Snow and Sophia Bush.
Yeah.
I'm saying. In this world, both of these ladies have all the luck because Sophia Bush was Brittany Snow's first kiss, and Brittany Snow's first kiss was Sophia Bush. And you know what? I'm happy for you both. You got to kiss an icon. Have fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we talked about it before the episode started, and I just want to be clear. This is a criticism, but also a very valid point for this movie.
Mm-hmm.
This is Mean Girls with a different coat of paint. Like
it's very Mean Girls. Yeah.
That's not a bad thing, right?
No.
But it is derivative, which is fine.
It's like it's very similar, right? But it's to me, at least, my personal opinion, it's very similar but different enough that it you can clock all of the similarities, but it's still like is a different movie. It has its own things. Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like instead
it's kind of like pasta, like you know what I mean. Like it's just a different sauce. Like it's still pasta, but it's just a different sauce.
Yeah, it's like Mean Girls is like your General Marinara, and then this is Alfredo. Like,
like it's gonna make you gassy, maybe. You know what I mean? But like it's gonna be worth it.
It's a little bit thicker, but maybe you'll like it a little bit more.
A little harder to digest, you know.
I will say the big difference here is that in Mean Girls, it's infiltrate group of mean girls to take down head mean girl. Here, it's form group of scorned mean girls to take down ex-boyfriend of all of the mean girls.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, there is a difference here. But I think it works. I think it works pretty well. I think that the dynamic that the characters have is interesting. Because it's not like they're all friends and they all magically find out that they're all the same guy. No, they are all completely different people with their own entirely different circles of friends. But when they all find out that, oh shit, we've all been dating John Tucker, well, John Tucker must die. That's just where we're at.
Well, yeah.
And the way that they find out is one of like I just love how they find out, and then the fight during the like gym class is so good. The fact that they found out because the teacher fainted by looking at John, so they had to have class together, and that's how they found out. It's so funny, like it's just so good.
Crazy, insane
so
work.
crazy.
Yeah,
It's so
I will
absurd.
say that fight was, I think, one of the funnier parts of this movie. I thought the physical comedy of that fight was really good. We talked last week about like white chicks not having like good enough physical comedy. This is the kind of physical comedy that I think really worked, and it was only used once, which I thought was a good moment, but it was very funny. I found it very, very funny. Like Brittany Snow getting punched in the stomach several times, it was funny. I laughed. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I really love that. That is one of my. It's one of my favorite scenes. It's so funny. But yeah, one of the things that I think it's really like I hate John because it's so smart. Like when they're like explaining the beginning, it's like it's so smart and evil.
Mhm.
Like his plan of like dating girls that are like from different like cliques or whatever that really like don't talk to each other and having like making up an excuse that seems plausible and real, right? But like making it up because his dad doesn't give a fuck. So that he can do this, like he imagine using that intelligence for something good. You know what I mean? Like that, because he is really onto something here.
This dude
like, it's
has
a good
a
plan.
system. He has strategy. Like if he went into business, this could really work. Like he could pull something off really amazing, and he's using his powers for evil, unfortunately.
Exactly.
But what would you expect of a straight white man other than this?
Girl
like,
that is like privileged,
like,
rich. Like, yeah. Can I just mention quickly, Scott is so much cooler and hotter.
Yes, I was going to bring that up.
I know it was a different time, but I'm just like, they're trying to gaslight us into thinking like, of course, John Tucker, like the guy, like he's an attractive man. I'm not gonna sit here and say that he's not, but like trying to sell his little brother as like the unattractive one, absolutely not.
Okay, can I just say this as much
not
as I
on my watch.
As much as I want to agree with you all here, having seen Penn Badgley and You, I can't ever see this man as a
There's a reason I never watched that shit, and that is one of the reasons. That is the reason. Like, I can't lose that. I can't.
I cannot see Penn Badgley as an attractive man ever again, having watched you under any circumstances.
Fair.
It's the same reason I haven't tried to rewatch Gossip Girl since I watched you. It's not gonna hit the same. And I will say, I like him in this movie. Penn Badgley's a lovely actor, and it's nice seeing him still get consistent work. Jesse Metcalfe.
Someone that I also like. I want to see him in more things. He's a really good actor.
He's still booked and blessed. Like, he's still doing really well. I mean, to be honest,
well, movies. I want to see him in more movies. Is what I mean.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
But I just, here's my thing with Jesse Metcalfe. I wish I could like this man, right?
I don't think we can.
And I do like him as an actor. He hasn't been doing much lately. I don't know where he's at. But
the only other thing that I know him from is Desperate Housewives. In this, that's it.
Well, he did Dallas, like the reboot of Dallas that came out in like 2010, 2011. I know he did that. My parents watched it. And according to his Wikipedia page, his most recent main role was from 2016 to 2021 in the Hallmark Channel's hit series Chesapeake Shores. So, as someone who has not heard of Chesapeake Shores, it did run for 5 years, so maybe it did well.
Maybe it worked.
But it's a romance drama series. Okay. Do I recognize any of these other names on here? Oh, I know Barbara Niven. Okay, there's at least a few people here I recognize. It seems to be the usual suspect of Hallmark people. I'll just put it that way. Yeah. I mean, Jesse Metcalfe. Oh, and Treat Williams. Okay, maybe this has something. Maybe this is something.
That's good. No, yeah. As I said, I watched this with my sister, and she was also told me, Scott is so much hotter than John Tucker. Why is everyone obsessed with John Tucker? It makes no sense.
The girls get it. John Tucker is for the gays.
No,
that's my opinion.
Not even then, because I also agree with you that Scott is hotter. No. Like
male gays. Let's change that. John Tucker's for the male gays.
John is it's like John for
the masculinity,
the masculine gays,
all of that,
because
he is attractive. Man. Like, I'm not like, you know what I mean. Like, let's not get crazy.
Yeah,
right. So that's an attractive man, but
they're both chops. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. They are both chops. I am so sorry. Scott's a chop because he is just kind of a nothing burger for most of this movie.
I will say, Scott is
John's a chop for obvious reasons.
Yeah. Scott, I will say, does not appear in this movie enough for me to like fully fall in love with him.
I wanted more of him.
I like the idea of him. I think he's an attractive man, but that's about it. That's all I have. We didn't spend enough time with him for me to really be like, oh yeah, I want him to end up with Brittany Snow. Like that just didn't happen, unfortunately.
Well, for me, I wanted them to like get together because it like he met her and liked her before any of this. You know what I mean? And like he, and even like he did step away for a little bit, but from my the way that I take it is that when he pulled away from her as a friend is because it was really hard for him liking her, like seeing her with his brother, like dating his brother. I imagine that's hard, to be like around that person. So I understand that, but he was like, until the only moment that he was like kind of rude to her, I feel like it was valid and she needed it, which was like towards the end when he kind of figured out what she was doing, like when he saw everyone, like all of them coming out of the same room, and he was kind of like, what kind of person goes out to hurt someone intentionally, whatever, like when he told her that. But even then he was not like an asshole, you know what I mean? Like he just was honest, but he wasn't like, I don't know, like I like him. I feel like also it's not supposed to be about him, you know what I mean? Like it's about the girls, for me at least. Like it's about, not even about John. Yeah. It's about the girls.
Yeah, definitely.
Because one of my favorite things is that, like, it's an unlikely friendship, right, between the girls, and they do become friends maybe for the wrong reason, like quote unquote wrong reason, right?
Yeah.
But in that process, they actually do become real friends, and then like towards the end, when like they do get upset when Kate is like doesn't want to do it anymore and kind of leaves, and to like go behind her back and do it anyway, whatever. Like, okay, because I also understand. Like, even like especially being a teenager, like doing that kind of shit. Like, yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
But even like after Kate like kind of pulled away from them and like whatever and exposed them, right? Everyone was like, people were throwing drinks at Kate and they went up to defend her. So like in the end, we see that like they actually did all become like real friends, and like when it came to it, they were actually there for each other, and like it's about like, to me it's more about that is like the main part for me. And one of the things that I really like about this movie is kind of when we see towards the end when John is like, well, I lied too, like it's okay, like everyone's like booing the girls and like praising him for lying to the girls and to get all of the girls, and then he's like, well, but then what's the difference? You know what I mean? Like why is a man praised for lying and being an asshole to and hurting other people when women are judged? You know what I mean? Like, and it's like I said, it's the movies and series, and like that is like the small serious takes that you can take away from it that are like under layers. But yeah, that is like the two takeaways for me that are my two main takeaways, right? The friendship and the double standards.
Well, yeah. I mean, this movie clearly like is all about female friendship and like women coming together for a specific reason and showing that they're like the thing of like, we're more powerful together. Together we're stronger than they ever will be, or like whatever. I don't remember the quote specifically, but and I think it works. I will say I had a weird situation with John Tucker, because it did feel like throughout the movie he did start to change his ways a little bit, like up until the very end. So I was very confused where we were going in this movie, because I did not know if we were going to give John Tucker redemption and we were going to be like, oh, the girls were actually the villains this whole time. And I'm glad we didn't end up going that way. I'm glad that that's not what happened, because it did feel like
they teased it. They were like, you thought we were going to do it. Nope.
Yeah, because like it did really feel like at some point where like John really actually cared for Kate, or at least like that's what it felt like, at least for a little bit, like, or at least like, since we didn't get a lot of like the point of view from the girls from a little bit, like when they were going on dates and everything, like there seemed like there was potential that John Tucker actually was changing for the better. And as I said, I was scared that we were going to go into a scenario in which the girls ended up being like the bad guys, and that John Tucker changed for the good, and that he actually cared about Kate and whatever. I'm glad that's not how we ended up going, but there was definitely
like
that
making
fear
him the victim, right?
Yeah, I was very, very afraid that that's what's gonna end up happening. Like, oh, you actually did like have this whole planned out, and I did actually fall in love with you. You are the bitch, and I am the victim now. I was very scared that we were going to go that way, and I'm so happy that that's not how it ended up being. And I'm happy that John Tucker ended up with stripper cake in his hair. For some reason, that quote of he could not get stripper cake out of his hair for a while, that made me laugh for a little bit. I thought that was funny. Just the idea of, yeah, stripper cake is harder to take out of your hair than normal cake for some reason.
It's the glitter.
It's the glitter.
It's the glitter, yeah.
It's the glitter. That's the only explanation.
I hadn't thought about it. It's the glitter, yes.
Yeah, so I'm just going to be really, really honest here. The more I'm sitting here thinking about it, the less and less I am enjoying this movie. And fair. Like, a lot of it, I think, has to do with the ending. I really do not like the ending to this movie. I think there are a lot of problems with this ending. My favorite part of this movie is the first, honestly, the first hour of this movie, I think, is really well done, right? Like, the idea of he broke up with all of us after we tried messing with him in these other lesser ways. And now Kate's the only one that can get close to him because nobody notices Kate. So we can have this like Carrie White kind of moment and turn her into this beautiful girl. And now he's suddenly going to notice her. Honestly, it's more like she's the man. Let's be honest. What the fuck is that movie? It's
There's a lot of movies where this.
It's the movie where they turned that like unpopular girl.
She's All That?
She's all that.
Princess
Thank you.
Diaries?
I'm gonna thank you.
Okay.
She's all that. It's more she's all that.
Because like to me, it's Mean Girls. It's the one that comes to mind. It's like it's Mean Girls, but that's the other one. Yes.
To me, I think
Yeah,
Princess
well,
Diaries.
Yeah, with the makeover, like that trope. Yeah.
They've done it a lot. But the point I'm trying to get
It's
at
just like
here is
the way that there's different ways to do it, right? But yeah.
taking a nobody and making them into a super popular person for a purpose. That is She's All That to me. But importantly, you turn her into She's All That and then let things happen because he says it himself, girls are his type. So
To be honest, fair.
Yeah.
I mean, look, Brittany Snow is a gorgeous woman. Ashanti, a gorgeous woman. Sophia Bush, a gorgeous woman. I could go on. Same for Arielle, Kebbel. Like she's gorgeous too. So like, fair. But my problem is this. Okay, by the time they get to the hotel for the away game, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's already been very clearly established that he cares more about Kate than he has about anyone else that he's been in these relationships with, right?
Yeah. And
we can tell that by the fact that he's not looking to be in a relationship with anyone else. The entire basketball team knows that he is pursuing Kate, which is not something that they knew about any of these other girls, right? Mm-hmm. And they're actively teasing him about being whipped and like cuffed her already, and that's more than he ever did for any of them. He took her on this big ass boat that he never took any of the rest of them on this big boat. And you can tell that he is actually maturing as a human being. He is becoming a better person. And the hotel scene, I think it's funny. I'm just gonna say that. I like that.
Funny.
It's so funny.
But afterward, because at that point, she thinks he was using her, and she has every right to try to get back at him. But then he apologizes. They have like a real human moment, and then everything kind of just goes to shit for no reason. And like,
I mean, she sees that he is like, of course not like it doesn't undo all the things he did before and the way he treated the girls, right? And the reason why she wanted and agreed to do this to begin with still remains the same, right? But she's close enough to him, unlike the girls, because the girls are kind of they're only getting half the story, right? In a way.
They're not watching
because they're not watching on time.
Yeah, and yes. And also, John has not hurt Kate up until this point, so she also sees, like, she doesn't have the emotional, like, the negative emotional feelings towards him. Like, she wasn't personally affected. She just feels empathy for the girls and hates that he did that. You know what I mean? So she's able, I feel like, to see his growth more than the girls. And she feels because she sees that he is actually like growing from this, then it's when she starts feeling guilty about doing this. And once like it's when she kind of it clicks and she starts wanting to back out and eventually does. Because also, like, and I think even after, like, the girls, when they actually do go behind Kate's back and, like, do it, they're kind of like, okay. Because it's kind of like, that's exactly what it is. It's like, okay, what now?
Well,
and also when Kate was giving up, she was like, okay, but before you were obsessed with him because you were with him. And now that you're not, you're still obsessed with him. So, like, it's all about him. Like, kind of clocking them of, like, okay, who's with, like, what are you gaining from this? For the girls, like, what are the girls gaining from this? They're still like their lives. They're still like obsessed with this man. You know what I mean? That doesn't give a fuck about them. So,
but that's the thing, right? By the time we get to that scene where she calls all of them out and is like, "You're still obsessed with this guy. He's not gonna be with any of you. He doesn't want to be with any of you, right?" And then they're like, "Well, what about you? You're just with him because we made you into this, right?" Yeah. And they're not wrong. Like, she wouldn't have even pursued this guy had none of this situation occurred. But at the same time, let's also just wake up to the reality that what the three of them are doing in this situation is just petty, right? because they refuse to. Now, here's the thing. I'm not against a petty bitch, right?
Yeah.
But we have seen throughout this movie that Kate is like emotionally intelligent and can recognize that. So she kind of just lets herself get outed to him instead of like calling him the night before the party or like earlier in the day of the party and being like, hey, we need to have a conversation, which she could have done.
Like, these are teenagers, you know what I mean? Like,
yes,
I keep that in mind,
but she wanted to have her big dramatic moment. That's like the only reason any of this ending makes sense. She could have called him, she could have texted him, something, because instead of going to his birthday party and letting all of it happen anyway, so then she could have this big dramatic I'm Kate moment on stage in her party. And you know what? When that guy threw that drink on her, I'm normally not a fan of that, but honestly, I kind of wanted to.
It was funny because it was like, okay. But here's the thing. She was not like, she had the mic for some, I don't remember how she got the mic, but anyway, she was not talking into the mic. She was just like talking to John because she was trying to stop it, whatever, right? And then someone in the crowd, that's me. Like, tag yourself, that's me. The person that was like talking to the mic, they're like trying to hear the drama, like talking to the mic. What the fuck? And then like, I'm not against it. You know what I mean? Like, that was funny. I'm just saying, like, I think she was trying to do good, you know what I mean? But also, could she have done better? Sure. But would it have been as funny? No.
I just think it's funny that she's like, oh, this is the real me. This is the real me. And she didn't tell anyone like what she was lying about. She was like, I've been lying. Okay, about what? What have you been lying about? Like, she said, I've been lying. This is not the real me. But now I will show you the real Kate. And just stands there for 5 seconds until the drink gets thrown at her. And I'm just like, okay, you showed us nothing. What are you talking about? What's the real Kate? The real Kate is no one.
You know what it gave me?
What?
It gave me Radio Rebel.
I'm Radio Rebel. No, I'm Radio Rebel. No,
I'm afraid to show people the real me. Like that line. That's what it gave me. And like, by the time you get done with all of that, they have the cake throwing scene, right?
Yeah.
There's no real dramatic moment. It kind of just happens and we move on. They have a conversation a couple of days later. Everything is just fine. Like,
because when after all of that happened, John got the mic and he was like, because people were like mad. They threw the drink at Kate and then they threw, like, the girls went in to defend her. Then people were throwing the drinks at the girls as well, whatever. And then John was like defending them and being like, because here's the thing. The one person that can and could be mad about this is John, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and John seemed, he was like, you know what? It's fine. I kind of deserved it. You know what I mean? And like, he was like, and I lied too. Like, whatever. It doesn't matter. Let's just have fun. Who cares? So like, to me, that was the ending, you know, because he also in that moment kind of realized that, of course, he thought he was in love with Kate, but he wasn't, because, you know, whatever. So, and she also, like, she I think they both liked the attention and like having each other's attention or whatever, and like whatever that gave both of them for some reason. But yeah, I don't know, like, because I understand criticisms, like I understand all of that. I'm just saying, like, to me, it doesn't really take away for me because this movie is so unserious. You know what I mean? Like, it's supposed to be. So I don't really care, but I understand, like, the criticism is valid. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I also would like to talk about another very unserious moment, which is the estrogen pills. That was fucking crazy.
Yes.
That was absolutely insane.
What about my feelings? And runs off crying. I love it. So good. It's so good.
It was crazy, and that's what conservatives think trans people are trying to do to our children. Like,
they're trying to turn the basketball star into a woman.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just thought it was like, I don't know how to feel about it, because I did think it was funny, but at the same time I was like, I don't know, if this was made now, this would be like weird, this would be uncomfortable, but it was a different time.
It's similar. It's very, like, we were talking about the similarity. It's very, very similar to Mean Girls, right? Like with the bars and
with the bars.
With the, like, the thong, and then like the next day when he like does the thong over the shorts, it's kind of like Regina with the bra and the shirt, whatever, like very that, you know.
Yes.
Well, yes.
It's just okay. Like I came in here ready to call this movie like totally fine and serviceable, but the longer I'm sitting on it, the angrier I'm getting. And I don't want to be that negative this entire time because I've been relatively negative to most movies this month, and I feel bad. Like I when I was watching it, I was enjoying it. Like I had a good time, and like everything was cool. Like I'll just be honest, I came into this review like I was debating between 3 and 3.5 stars. Like that's just where I was at coming in. And then as I sit here, I just think about so many different things that get ruined by this dog shit ending, and it just pisses me off more and more. Like, I'm sorry. I don't mean to circle the conversation back, but I have more problems with this stupid fucking ending. Because what do you mean the guy that she has had 3 conversations with, has never flirted with, and whatever, is suddenly the guy that she is romantically interested in? Even though in reality, they've really not had any major romantic chemistry since the first conversation they had. And that was months ago in this narrative. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me.
The same classes, but sure.
Yeah, well, no, but I'm saying we only get to see a couple of these conversations. For all we know, these other conversations are just nothing burger conversations.
Yeah.
Well, it seemed to me, what I'm gonna say is not to like change your mind. It's just the way that I see it, an explanation as to how I see it, right? Is that she kind of liked him before she kind of not like you know what I mean, but like that initial crush and interest you have in someone, you know what I mean, like that you kind of click with. I feel like she had that with Scott. Like they had a crush on each other, but I feel like Kate was more, because of moving and everything and all of that. I feel like for Kate specifically, she was more interested in having friends than pursuing a guy romantically. And I think because the opportunity to mess up with John was her door to making friends with the girls, she kind of chose to go with that. And then as a consequence, Scott pulled away from her, but then they circled back in the end, whatever. But that's just how I see it. I agree with you though with that. I kind of wanted, because they end up together, right? I do wish that we had a little bit more of the two of them together through the movie, like just a little bit more. But it doesn't really take away from me. I still was rooting for them. You know, I don't know. It works for me, but I understand.
I just didn't think there was a them to be rooting for. Maybe it's just me. Like,
well, there was like an inclination there.
Maybe it's not just you. It's just not me. You know what I mean? I'm sure other people feel similarly. I just don't. But sure.
But to add on all of that, we see John grow through this like really big growth, supposedly throughout this movie.
Well, he realizes he has to be honest, and he's just like still dating multiple people, just being honest about it, which I think is
polyamorous.
And period.
Polyamory. We haven't got to use the spanner in a long time. Could be solved with a throuple. Like, there you go. But at the same time, right? He also it still feels like a step backwards for him. Like, what was the point of his entire character arc and character growth if this is where we're going to end up? Not that I'm against polyamory.
It's a teenage boy that is the most popular boy in school. How much growth do you want him to have in a few months in high school?
I don't need him to have growth, but when the movie gives him growth to have, why are we making him take steps backward at the end of the movie after literally in the falling action, in the resolution plot of this movie, after he has learned, grown, and changed, that we didn't need him to learn, grow, and change for the movie to work? Why are we taking steps backward after he has already learned, grown, and changed? I don't need him to grow and change, but when he's already grown and changed, you have one job. It is a 20-second scene at the end of the film. This is all it is you just cut out 2 lines of dialogue, and suddenly it's a much better ending for John, which is the least I can say for this movie. Yeah. It's such a step backward for a character who did not need to grow, but he did grow. That's where I'm at with it. It's not that I'm mad that he's acting like a high school teenager. He's a high school teenager. It's just the movie gave him this really well, in my opinion, well done, well established growth of a character to be at least less of a dick than he was. And yet it still feels like he's still so self-important and self-righteous that it doesn't matter. Like, ugh.
I will agree with you there a little bit. It did feel a little bit like it shouldn't, like that didn't feel like the right ending for John. Like it felt a little bit too like, yeah, like he's still a womanizer. He's still cheating on girls, but he's not being open about it. It felt more like his growth was more like I'm understanding that me cheating or like me doing this kind of things is hurting this girl, so I'm not gonna do that anymore. So I do understand that, like, I don't mind the way that it ended, but I do think it would have been a better ending had it not been the way that it is. I think it could have been different where he ends up with just one girl and he's very honest about like his like what he's looking for, what he wants, and maybe what he's like the way it could have ended was him talking to the girl and be like, listen, this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for this, and on Thursdays we need to have sex. That's all I want. And like I would have respected that a lot more than like, oh, here's my other girlfriend. Like it just feels weird. It feels weird to me to like have him still be a womanizer. It just feels odd, like a little bit. I get it, but like it just doesn't feel as satisfying as it could have been.
Yeah, and my big problem with it is not even necessarily the dialogue, it's the look that the two girls give each other after he introduces the second girl to the first girl, right? Because all it is just making these two girls look at each other like they're going to kill each other immediately. And in my mind, I'm like, oh, he knows what he's doing. Like that, he knows what he's doing. He is actively putting these two girls into competition with each other, whether they want it or not, because they're both interested in the popular captain of the basketball team, who's newly single, and by saying this is my girlfriend, my other girlfriend. It's not, would you like to join us in a lovely throuple or anything of that situation? It's literally just, I am actively putting girls into competition with each other again for my affection. That's my problem with it. If he had went to this girl and been like, hey, I'm dating someone, but we're not exclusive, or something like that. It doesn't even have to be like modern day language for it.
Yeah.
Just something, because it just feels like such a step backward from a guy who did seem to learn and grow and change as the movie went on. That's my only problem with it. And I know I'm harping on literally a 20-second scene, but it does change how I feel about a lot of the movie, because by the time we get to the party, it does feel like there is legitimate chemistry between John and Kate. Which also I just realized it's John and Kate, which makes this a little bit more awkward than it was earlier. Beside the point, I didn't realize there is chemistry between John and Kate, and it does feel that way. But then when we see this, it kind of robs the feelings that I had going into the party. And then it makes me question, okay, how much of this romance was real? Should Kate have felt bad about all of this? Should we have just let John get kicked in the teeth at the party and everything would have been fine? I don't know. And honestly, that bothers me.
Yeah, that's fair. I can see that. But I hear you.
I don't care. I like the ending, actually. I actually like the ending because, for me at least, the message that it gives is that people/men don't change that quickly, and maybe sometimes not at all. To me, the way that I see it is that what he really liked about Kate is the challenge that she provided for him, and he enjoyed chasing her more, and he enjoyed the validation of having someone he put on a pedestal seem to like him back and give him a chance or whatever. Yeah. And also, to me, I like it because it shows that the trope that we see in a lot of other movies, where we see like the trope of women being rehabilitation centers for men, doesn't really always work. Because here's the thing. Sometimes he's going to treat a woman better because he has a certain interest. But after he's done with that woman, he's still going to revert back to his like Buzz Lightyear, like the factory setting, you know what I mean? Like just revert back to the factory settings, and that's who he is. I feel like people can like. I like it because it also shows that growth is not linear, and people can grow. They can grow a little bit and then revert back, and then grow again, and then like grow and then grow in some parts and revert in others, and whatever. Like, life is more complex than that, and I don't think this movie is complex in that way. I'm just saying, for the character arc argument in a way. I hear you. I understand. I hear you thoroughly, because you were very thorough and detailed. I just don't agree, but it's sure. I love that for you. I don't know.
Well, okay. I also want to be clear. I don't think this movie is trash, right? I think this is a pretty well put together film. It's just, God, I don't know how to reconcile this.
What I mean is, I get it. Like, you've made your point. I'm not refuting it. I get it. Can we talk about something else? Like,
I just want to be clear to the people at home, because it's not that I don't like the movie. It's just the ending has ramifications on everything else. The ending has ramifications on how I feel about other parts of the film. That's why I'm stuck on it. And that's why I haven't moved past it. Can I yell about Jenny McCarthy real quick, and then I won't yell for the rest of the recording? Just get it out now.
Let's get all the negative feelings now. And
just get the negativity of Jenny McCarthy out of the way. Because we all don't like this bitch. We all hate this
she
bitch.
deserves it, so...
Yeah, that's what
okay.
I mean.
So Jenny McCarthy, let's have a chat, okay? This will be a chat, and anytime you show up in any movie that we cover on this channel, I will bring this up, because you are one of the single most damaging human beings to medical research in the history of the United States, which is staggering to say, because you started your career off as a mildly successful Playboy model. A Playboy Bunny of the Year. I should know my place. And then became famous for being a terrible actress in a bunch of terrible movies, including this film, which you got Razzie nominated for. Fun fact. And I want to give you your props. You have somehow managed to turn a career of being mediocre at everything into a permanent judging panel position on The Masked Singer in the United States, where they have somehow portrayed you as the smart one, which I think is probably the best acting you've ever done in your entire career. So I will give you that, Jenny McCarthy. However, your repeated pushings of pseudoscience and the fact that you have peddled this whole autism is caused by vaccines bullshit for a decade now, and claim that your son was cured of autism by receiving some sort of herbal treatment garbage, you are the reason that this is a myth that persists in society. It's your fault. And I know other people are going to say, oh, well, no, it's a cultural thing. This is a thing that's been around for years. Yeah, and it was pretty much extinct in the early 2010s until Jenny fucking McCarthy had the gall to start talking about it again, because she claimed it happened to her son. And then when she started doing it, because at the time, I believe she was on The View at the time, all of these middle-aged women on Facebook start talking about how their kids have autism, and oh no, they got the MMR vaccination when they were 3 years old. That's why they're autistic. And now suddenly we're dealing with a whole new age group of women that believe that vaccines cause autism, which then means that conservatives start peddling this shit. And now look at the mess that we're in now. So fuck you, Jenny McCarthy. Your work in this movie, boring. You were honestly not much of a character in this film, and you weren't bad, but like you didn't really do much, so I can't really say anything crazy about you either.
I want to say one thing about her character in this movie that really annoys me, because earlier this week I watched The Perfect Man with Hilary Duff, and she also had a mom that was so men-centered that would move around a lot. Like they have that in common, both moms. That is because I feel like not Jenny, she can fuck herself, go to hell. The character here, Kate's mom, she starts off pissing me off immediately, because it's just like I hate that. I hate, like, oh my god, hate it. But she does, she's kind of like self-aware in a way that she's like, okay, I understand, I'm not like I make wrong choices, whatever, but I don't set out to intentionally hurt people. I just unintentionally hurt my kids, you know what I mean? Like, but unintentionally though. Unintentionally. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's funny. But it's not much of a character in the movie. I just like the fact that she at least makes Kate realize that she can still turn around and like do what she thinks is right. You know what I mean? I like that part.
But it bothers me a little bit. I was going to bring up that fact. It bothers me a little bit that she becomes the like the moral compass.
The
of,
moral.
like,
Oh yeah, I'm like, girl.
this movie.
Who are
It
you?
feels,
Who are you?
yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like, it feels very weird to have this person that has not been treating her daughter in the best way and has like been dating these awful men for years and has clearly damaged her daughter's like personality and like the way that she views herself and stuff like that. And the daughter
And the way
still
she views men,
yeah, and the
right?
way that she views men as well, and the way she views like her relationships as a whole,
Relationship,
and
yeah.
like the way that she tells her mom like you have like damaged me and like my life, and then
And
she
because she
suddenly
moves, she can't make like because she moves so
yeah,
often as well. It's harder to make
and
friends and
then
all of that.
suddenly this woman that has we've been told several times over and over again that has been hurting her own daughter and has been like damaging like her reputation and like her life and like the way that she does her relationships, she now becomes the moral center and compass of this movie, and now she's the one that's telling Kate what is right and what is wrong. It just feels like
It was
it's
also Scott. Like I feel like it was
like
both, but
Scott,
coming from
but
her pisses me off more.
yeah,
Yes,
but
but Scott is
Scott
more
Scott
reasonable.
doing
Yeah,
it makes sense.
makes
Scott
sense.
doing it makes sense.
Well,
The
she's her
mom
mom,
doing it,
I'm not like
but
it
like
does,
but like it does
but
not make
I
sense
know what
in
you're
my
saying. Like I'm
brain.
not disagreeing
It
with
does
you.
not make sense
Yes.
in my brain for a person that is committing, like doing everything that her daughter is doing, to then tell her, "Oh, you're doing it. Like you are doing it. You're a bad person because you're doing it, but I'm not a bad person because I'm doing it." And like it just feels weird. It just feels
I mean, she's a
icky.
hypocrite. She's a
Yeah,
hypocrite.
it bothers me that
Well,
she's being
yeah, she's
hypocritical about the situation, and so that just bothers me a lot. And then like her acting's not great, and then she appears in like 3 scenes, and in every single one, it's just like, can't she leave, please?
Have you all
So
you
she
you
only
guys have
really
seen
needs to be
Love's?
there to kind of give to like Kate's background story and all of that. She's
yeah,
not really
that's
like
it.
a
That's
necessary.
it.
It's just the fact like that her background and her relationship with men, like how it affects Kate. So like I am actually glad that she wasn't in this movie too much. Like she was
Yeah,
just it was just enough,
I
you know.
wish it
Like we
wasn't
didn't need
it
any second
less.
one.
I
Maybe
wish
a
it
little bit
wasn't it
less. Maybe
less.
a
Uh,
little less. Yeah.
can she just be a
I did.
barely present character? Like treat her like a Peanuts mom, right? Like she's
Yeah,
around and
But
exists.
can we talk about in my opinion, I want to know your opinion, right? But I'm gonna say my opinion, my favorite character, the one, the only Beth. Can we please? Can we just talk about Beth?
Beth is
I
great.
want to talk about personally. I want to talk about my favorite Beth quotes, if I may,
Oh
please.
God. Okay,
Yes,
go
please.
ahead.
So the first one I mentioned to y'all before we started recording. Normally, I'm opposed to the slaughter of animals, but in John Tucker's case, I'll make an exception. Love it.
Slay.
I'm so depressed I couldn't even enjoy the breakup sex. Then going, oh, I'm such a slut, and hitting her head on the wall. Love it. Incredible. Also, I can't believe I ate meat for him. Oh, but it's okay. It was only fish. I'm like,
I mean, I think she
she's
ate
so
the other
funny.
type of meat as well.
Pescatarian icon.
Period. Yes.
Mhm.
Also, like when they're putting the camera on Kate's bra, she's like, "Oh, he's gonna find that in like 5 minutes."
Also, I love it when they put the camera on her bra. She's like, "Whoa, whoa!" Like just.
Whoa, this is
Yeah.
crazy.
And then when her skirt gets stuck, like first of all, her getting the slut in truck getting stuck in
It's
truck
great.
is funny. Every like her little hand when she puts the hand up of like stop it,
When she
or when she
steals
finds
the
a really
hemp
good
bra.
quality bra, like she's like first she's like pissed off, she's like what the fuck, and then she's like oh this is nice quality, let me.
No, it's not even that. She sees that it's 100%
It's
hemp,
100% hemp.
and then she.
Yes.
It's just like, yes,
Yes.
yes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But like the
She did
reaction, it's
that.
very like the sriracha girl, like the
Oh, the kombucha girl. Yeah.
and yes, this is
Yeah.
Yeah,
sriracha
Brittany,
kombucha. Yes.
Yeah.
Brittany Broski,
Um,
the icon that you are.
Yes, yes. And then also the her skirt getting stuck in the thing and like her put that is that is so funny. And then she says, it's not even my date and it still gets me out of my skirt. Like she is to me, she is my
Also,
favorite part of this movie. She's the best part of this movie.
I forgot also, I love the scene where Kate's like, oh, there's a creep outside. I think he's in the Jeep. I'm gonna call the
When
police.
they're like, they're in
I
the phone. It's so funny.
He's just like, oh fuck, shit.
And then he hits like the trash can when he's like, oh my god. So
That
good.
was funny. That was
My
funny.
favorite, two of my like my favorite scenes as well. One of my favorite scenes is when like the girls are in Kate's room, like when they're plotting, like in the beginning, when they eat the pizza, like the first time they go over there and like all of that. And then that scene as well, like the before, when they're like playing video games and eating and like talking, just hanging out, you know, and then he's there. But it's, their friendship is like also Beth and their friendship is really truly the heart of the movie for me.
Yeah, truly.
Yeah. It's really interesting.
Oh, and also them getting stuck on the little boat. It's so fun. It's so funny. Sorry, go ahead. Yeah, I forgot.
I do like how the four of them. I mean, even if the friendship is formed over hatred, right? I like that they stay friends, because I think it could have been very easy for this movie to kind of pull a bit of a like. I mean, a bit of a Mean Girls moment at the
like
end.
Like a Mean Girls, yeah. That's the
separate
one thing
ways
that is
at the
different.
end and like do their own thing. But we see at the end of the movie, no, they're still friends. I mean, it's not the same type of relationship. They're just actual friends now. And that's the one thing I do like about this ending, especially when we get to the scene of the party with them, because when they stick up for Kate, that's when you know, okay, this friendship is more than just
for real.
Yeah. So they're ending here for that. They get the gold for me for
the
that.
The girls get what they deserve, as they should.
There you go.
As they should.
Yes.
So I want to touch on something we haven't really got the chance to praise for too many movies on Movie Bucket. The soundtrack?
Period.
Oh, she ate. She ate.
Not only the soundtrack, but the way that it is used in the movie as well is really well done.
Yes.
Dirty Little Secret with so good. So good.
So fun fact about this movie that I don't know if any of us know about. I didn't know about this until I was looking up the full soundtrack earlier. There was actually a contest on MySpace back in the day, where unsigned bands, the John Tucker Must Die Undiscovered Band Contest, where unsigned undiscovered bands could submit a song, right? And then out of the whole list of submissions, 20 songs were selected to be semifinals. And then there was a vote for the top 10, and then a panel of judges, celebrity judges, and music executives decided the winner out of that.
They did a 10. National final for John Tucker Must Die.
They did a national final for John Tucker Must Die. That is correct.
Love it.
And the winner was the song "Next Big Thing" by Rocket Queen, and that song is included on the film's soundtrack. And it is also in the movie, so that's really cool. I wish movies would do more stuff like that. I'm here for this. Because it granted, it was probably very complicated and it probably required a decent amount of time investment. But it kind of reminds me of back in the day when Saw used to do like the Saw blood drives where they get like all of these blood bank vehicles, and it was like everyone come to this one location and donate blood for free tickets to the next Saw movie. And they got like hundreds of people would come to these locations for free tickets to the Saw movies. And it was just like a really cool thing that just not only was like a really good cause and like a really cool thing, but it drums up press for the movie. This is the same thing. It's not anything crazy. And honestly, I don't even know if I would consider this like a good cause, but it's giving artists the chance to showcase their art, which is really cool. And no matter what, the 20 artists, even the 19 that didn't get picked to be in the movie, they're still getting more exposure at the time. I mean, MySpace was huge at the time. This is like right before the drop off. So, like, I just really like this. It's really cool. The soundtrack itself is also just really great. And I'm happy to see it. I'm happy to see it.
One of the other scenes that I really like that I forgot to mention is more towards the beginning when they're when they get together, like Kate says that she has, because she calls it out, right? Like in detention, she's like, "Oh, you're all fighting like over this guy, but like instead of banding together against him, you're fighting each other. Like what?"
Yeah.
And she kind of gives them the idea, low key, right? But then she says like, "Oh, I have experience." They ask like, "How do you know?" And she says, "I have experience with this kind of guy," mentioning like Skip, like her mom's experience, right?
Yes.
And then they feel confident with like sending her out to go after John, whatever. And then the scene in the bathroom, like when they realize that like, oh, she's not ready. Oh, she's not, because she's like really excited that he said she's cute, whatever. And then they're like, oh, absolutely not. Oh no.
Yeah.
That whole scene in the bathroom, like I thought that was it's I really enjoy it. It's very fun. It's very girlhood. You know what I mean? Like if you like this is very teenage girl shit in this movie.
Like
it's
I
the
used
main
to
reason
do
I
that.
love it. Yeah.
I used to do that kind of shit with my girlfriends in high school or like in middle
the
school.
bathroom? If the bathrooms could talk.
Yeah, I was in the girls' bathroom sneaking in with them and just talking shit. It was great. And it was the same thing, like, girl, I don't think you're ready to date that man, but I love him. No, girl, you just broke up with your other boyfriend. You cannot have another one in another month. That's not how this works. Shout out to Daniela. You stole all of my crushes. I hate you. No, I'm done.
He is not the love of your life. He is literally just a guy. Hit him with your car.
That's how
hit him
I
with your
thought
truck.
Hit him with your truck.
Slut and truck.
Slut and truck.
Okay. I want to say something positive because I do feel like the majority of my critiques have been very negative, and I do not feel that badly about this movie. I really like almost all of the acting in this movie. Almost all of it, I think, was done very well. Jenny McCarthy, I will stand on your neck until the end of time. But the rest of you, there you go.
Also, can we? Because I agree with all of everything that you came for her for, but also she was really weird towards Justin Bieber when he was a kid. Really fucking weird. And I feel like that's just worth mentioning.
I mean, I think a lot of people are really fucking weird to Justin Bieber.
But she was like really,
I was going to say, the statement of blah, blah, blah from Hollywood was weird to Justin Bieber.
But she's one of the main
she was one of the primary
in my opinion. Yeah.
She is one of the primary offenders, absolutely. As a society, I think we might just need to make sure that Justin Bieber went to therapy because,
girl, I think thinking about him makes me so sad. I don't want to talk about it.
He needs a break. I think he needs to go to therapy, maybe rehab. I don't know what's going on with him. I think he needs a break and figure some shit out.
Are him and Haley still married? Are him and Haley still married?
I think so. I think he just needs a couple years out of like the view of the world. Yeah, I think he needs a couple years outside of the spotlight.
Wishing the best for Justin Bieber and fuck that woman in Hollywood and everyone for that. Fuck them.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, you mentioned the soundtrack. It's so good. I forgot about a few of the songs that were here. I forgot about Maneater being here.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good surprise for me. I'm like, oh, it's so good. Also, one of the things that I thought was really funny was which is like John likes good girls on top of the pyramid.
Of the pyramid.
Of the pyramid.
Okay. This is a nitpick, and this has nothing to do with this movie, but this is something that
pyramid was crazy.
That's not a pyramid! Oh my god!
That pyramid was crazy.
All right. Oh no, and that was crazy as well, of like putting someone that has never done it and the first like
at the
absolutely
top?
wild.
Crazy.
Wild. Crazy. Yeah.
I'm not getting into it. Not getting into it. I also, we haven't really talked about Ashanti much in this movie. It was nice seeing her in a movie again. And it actually a good movie for once.
She was really good in this. The outfits. I just want to quickly mention as well the outfits. Love.
I love that pink scarf that she wore.
Did you notice that when they were all in detention, they were all the three girls? I don't remember Kate, but the three other girls were all wearing purple.
Yeah.
They were like matching. It was so anyway, the outfits I really do like. Here's what I'll say, because for us to kind of finish off, because I at least I don't have really much else to say. Like I said, I could try to sit here and judge and talk about this movie unbiasedly and objectively. That's not what I'm doing today. That's not what I'm doing with this movie. I don't really choose to do that. I choose not to. Does this movie have flaws? Yes. Point blank period, yes. Objectively, yes. Mm-hmm. Does that take away from my enjoyment of it? No. Personally, no. However, I understand other people having problems with it. That's totally fine. And yeah, I just really have loved this movie ever since I watched it for it's one of my comfort films. It always will be. And cast Sophia Bush in more things.
Yeah.
Okay, we can officially have a positive development in the cast blah 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 and more things list. Logan Lerman officially going to be in the remake of 13 Going on 30 that's on Netflix. We've gotten one off the list, baby. Congratulations, Logan. I'm very excited.
I don't know how I feel about the remake, that movie, but I love the cast. Sure, yay.
We'll see how it goes.
We'll see
how it is. We'll see how it is. But you know what? Logan's in a movie, and that's what matters.
And the rest of the cast is also pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Next person off that list better be Vanessa Hudgens. I need to see her in a movie again soon. Or Sophia Bush. I would be totally fine with Sophia Bush.
Please.
All right. So now is the part of the program where we must discuss scores, unless anybody has anything else they would like to add.
And one more. I'm just kidding. No.
I
want to rebuttal the retittle of what you said. To the rebuttal. Yeah. No.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm going to start. I know we usually have the person who selected the movie go first, but I want to get the negativity out of the way.
Go ahead.
I waffled quite a bit during the recording. I changed my score in the header a few times. Ultimately, I am going to go with a 2.5 out of 5. I think that is where my spirit is currently sat. I think that is where I'm at. And, tomorrow I might be feeling like a 3 or a 2. I can't tell you. But right now, 2.5 feels the most accurate to my current feelings. You get a full half point deducted for the presence of Jenny McCarthy in this movie. I just want that documented. Had Jenny McCarthy not been in this movie, I probably would have given it a 3. And that will become standard practice for me. So if we review a movie that Jenny McCarthy happens to be in, unless it is a cameo role where she's on screen for less than a minute,
if she doesn't
losing
have
a half star. Or doesn't have lines. Yeah. Losing a half star. Anytime I see this lady, she is not getting any piece from me.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll go next because River is probably the most positive on this movie. I like this movie. I think this movie is fun. It's one of those movies that you just turn off your brain and you just watch it when you're like drunk or high, or you're just wanting to do like I was watching this movie while I was folding clothes, and it was a great time. I had a fun time, and it's one of those movies that like it's not too serious. It doesn't take itself too seriously, and it's not great. It's not like perfect. That's what I was looking for. Not perfect. It's good, not incredible. Mm-hmm. And so it's one of those movies that ever so often you'd be like, yeah, sure, I'll watch that movie. It's stupid. It's fun. It's silly. So therefore, it's a 3. Why not? It's silly.
Nice. Like I said, I really love this movie. If I was trying to judge it, if I could, right? If I was able to remove myself, I would probably give it like a 3.3 or 3.5 objectively. If I had to do talk about it for like a movie class or something when I was in college, you know what I mean? If I had to do that, sure. Mm-hmm. However, that is not what we're doing here. That's not what I'm doing here. Here, I'm not being objective. Like I said, is it perfect? Technically, no. Is it perfect to me? Oh, yes. So to me, this is a 5 stars. Period. Mostly, I really wanted to talk about it because, like it's a fun movie, whether you like it or not. Like, I feel like it's a fun watch. Like, I don't know, maybe if you disagree, Brooke, but I feel like even like with your critiques, I feel like you still enjoyed watching it.
I mean, look,
even if,
I don't.
Partially,
this movie is not trash, right? And I feel like I made that moderately clear. I just have problems with it, and that's okay.
Right. I was just saying, like it's it's not it's a fun movie. It's not, like you said, it's not trying to be serious. It's not trying to take itself too seriously. It's just fun.
Yeah.
And yeah, I wanted to make you watch it, Eduardo, mostly.
You got it.
All right. So now that we have officially finished River's birthday month, how was it, River? Did you have fun?
I'm just kidding. No, it's over. This is for the fact that it's over. But
yeah.
No, it was fun. It was fun.
Yeah, it's really fun getting to show movies to other people. I just like the idea of getting to come in here and just be like, okay, I have an entire month and this is what we're watching, and there's nothing you can do. Yeah. It's fun. It's very fun.
I have more fun like making the choices and thinking about like my reasoning for choosing all of the movies than anything else. Like I really like the process of, curating per se the choices.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of choosing stuff, it's time to go back to the regular rotation, and we are going to talk about a very select group of movies in August as we switch over to this lovely 90s-esque notebook pattern here. August, for all of us, is back to school season, and we were talking about what we wanted to cover in August. It kind of just became an inevitable stance that we're going to talk about movies from our childhood, which I'm really happy about because this gives us the opportunity to kind of go in a bunch of different directions, and you're going to see it this month. The 5 movies that we're covering in August, as a friendly reminder, there are 5 Saturdays in August, is going to be really crazy because it's not just children's movies. This is movies from our childhood. Let's make that abundantly clear, okay? If one of us was one of those parents that let them watch Child's Play when we were a kid, that could show up. It's not.
White Chicks was a childhood movie for me.
I could technically,
should I be watching that?
Black
Probably
Christmas
no.
in this list. Yeah. Technically, I could put Black Christmas.
There's a lot of options here, y'all. Like I'm just saying,
the
this
range
is not. Let's be clear. This is not children's films. This is movies we watched when we were kids.
From our specific personal childhoods in our specific times that we lived, that we were children.
Exactly. So Eduardo is first for the month, and I'm so excited because this month has had a lot of debate for me, and I just need a rest. And I know next week there will be no arguing whatsoever on this panel. We are all in rapid agreement on this movie. Eduardo, tell the world what you picked.
Yes, so this movie has a very special place in my heart. I watched it a bunch of times. If you ask my family what my favorite movie was when I was a little boy, they will say it was this one. I used to have a plushie that I carried around everywhere I went about this movie, and that's why I had to pick it. So therefore, next week we will be watching Finding Nemo from 2002.
Cool, dude.
I love this movie so much. I am so excited. Which again, the fact that this is the first Pixar movie we covered,
crazy,
insane, and also I believe the only one we're covering this year? Question mark.
I think
the only one we're covering this year. Yeah,
crazy.
Crazy. And giving you the hint for the week after, all I'm gonna say is this. It ain't a kid's movie, and it ain't coming from them two. It's coming from me. So just keep your eyes open as to that, because this is a movie that very few people will watch in their childhood, but I most certainly did. So, which I also don't think either of them have seen, and I am so excited to make them watch this movie.
I started watching this movie once, and spoiler alert, I didn't really like it and turned it off. But we'll see. I'll give it another try. We shall see.
Oh,
a while ago. We shall see.
Drama.
I want to try to give it the best shot. I'm gonna try to go in with a neutral. That was a while ago. I gave it like 10 minutes, which is not too much. So we'll see.
Yeah, so like we mentioned, there are going to be 5 movies in Childhood Movie Month. I get a bonus selection, and I'm quite happy about it. So stay tuned, everybody, to see what we're talking about throughout the rest of this month. But as we are wrapping up today, thank you so much for listening to us talk about John Tucker Must Die. Make sure to leave your hate comments for Jenny McCarthy down below, because we don't want to be alone in this. And of course, if you've been here this long, might as well subscribe. You listen to us yap and argue for an hour and 15 minutes. Why not come back next week to listen to us praise Finding Nemo for an hour? And of course, we are just doing more movies for you because we're having fun doing it. So let us know if you have anything you want to see us maybe cover in the future. We might have gaps in the schedule. You never know. But unfortunately, we have ran out of popcorn, drank our entire soft drink, and no one ever gets more than one soft pretzel. So we are going to get out of here, everybody. Bye.
Bye.